For more on these manhunts, we want to bring in NewsNation contributor and former CIA officer and FBI special agent Tracy Walder. Tracy, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Natasha.
Tracy, let's start with this California manhunt. This man accused of shooting a CHP officer in an ambush. He was wearing body armor. He took those two hostages allegedly at gunpoint, killed the elderly man, hurt his wife. As an investigator, where does your mind go with a man like this being on the loose?
Well, a couple places, actually. And it's interesting, in those videos, you can actually still see his hospital restraints that were probably used to restrain his legs still on him. So he managed to get out of those. So a couple things that I look at is what went wrong here. He was supposed to be under 24-hour surveillance and is incredibly dangerous. I don't believe he's probably armed, but he is dangerous. And I would not be surprised if he tries to take hostages along the way. I do think that just what we saw, that surveillance camera video, Ring doorbell camera video, is going to be extremely helpful in terms of locating him and in terms of locating the directionality of him, because this is somewhat of a populated area, whereas it's not in the Pennsylvania case.
Yeah, let's talk about the opposite coast, the Pennsylvania manhunt tonight, because this is not the first time the suspect has escaped. What are you gleaning from the first time this happened, how far he made it, and the actions he took the first time?
Right. So, that's what's very surprising to me, quite frankly, in terms of this. And I am extremely supportive of law enforcement, always have been, but I have a few questions. In his first escape, he made it 820 miles. That's really far. He made it down to Charleston, South Carolina area. And so really, he's had a lot of practice in terms of this, what went wrong, what went right. And I think that that's highly problematic. This is someone who has clearly escaped from prison before and who was violent during that prison escape. And I am surprised that he was placed in jail. Certainly we do place people who are awaiting trial in jails, but this would be an exception to that case, and that he needed to be in a more secure facility.
Yeah, so you're mentioning there's a glaring issue with the way he was held, and also how unusual is it for someone to be allowed in the recreation yard at 11:20 at night?
I thought that was interesting as well, that piece of information that came out. Typically, that's not when they have recreation. They run a very tight schedule. This is most likely a medium security jail, although I can't say that for certain. Most are. So they would have been on a very regimented schedule, and typically that they wouldn't be exercising at night. They would have a very strict lights out time. And so that's what I'm surprised about. They're not restrained typically in medium security when they're in the yard. And that's probably why he wasn't restrained here. And so I find that very unusual. How did he get out of that cell and then into the recreation yard? That's a key point there.
Absolutely. Tracy Walder, always appreciate the insight and time. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.